Hello everyone, Rabab Almaz here. I wanted to check in with everyone and talk about an important subject, which is communication and how to manage conflicts. So, when we are in a conflict with a spouse or a child, adult child, a friend, I think when we are flooded with emotions and we start just firing with words or whatever comes to our mind, we need to think about a better way of handling these conflicts. Sometimes it's not the right time to talk, or sometimes it's not the right time to discuss. So check in with yourself and the person in front of you. Is it like early in the morning and they are not morning people? Is it like they're just tired and hungry and this is not the right time to discuss a topic with them? Do you need to delay it or talk about them later, about the issue later on? What worked for me is sometimes it's better not to respond at that moment. It's not the right time. Maybe it's too early in the morning. Like I said, maybe they're hungry, they're tired, just wait. Or maybe I'm tired and I am being reactive and flooded and activated. So sometimes it's best not to respond at that moment. What had worked with me is to pause. Just take a pause and to pause and think about what is the best response. Or should I respond now or later? So we want to pause, we want to think about it, think about what's happening, and think about first what's happening within you. Are you being triggered? Why are you being mad now at that moment? What are the needs? What are your needs at that moment that are not being met with that person? Third is to respond. So pause, think, and then respond. So you want to respond, not react, because if we are being emotional reactive, then we might escalate the issue. Specifically with spouses, like I come across these issues with spouses when I have my clients, couple come in and they or like now in Zoom, and we're talking about an issue. Sometimes we are reactive. We don't take our time to respond, and we kind of like listen to respond, not listen to understand. So, if we really want to give a fair chance to our spouse or the person we are having a conflict with, we want to give them a fair chance of listening to understand what's going on and putting ourselves in their shoes for a second and see the issue from their point of view. That doesn't mean that you are wrong and they are right or vice versa. Both people might have valid point of views. But in order to resolve the issue, we need to put ourselves in their shoes, to see it from their eyes, from their perspective, and see if that will change anything in your perspective. I see sometimes with my own self, when I am flooded, I might not respond with the best way or the best choice of words, or maybe facial expressions, or maybe I can be directive, and maybe the person in front of me does not want that. Maybe changing the wording. For instance, instead of saying, "Are you gonna eat? Go and eat now." Ask a question. Would you like to eat now or later? This is just an example. I think when we change how we respond to people, they will change how they react or respond to us. So 3 things. We want to pause, we want to think, and then we want to respond. We want to give a response, we want to respond. We don't want to just react because we are mad and angry. We just want to fire our words out on them. We want to just get even, or maybe we're angry, want to express our anger. I think pausing and taking a step back and thinking about what's going on can give us, or can give you, better results. This can work with any relationship, with a spouse, child, a friend, even at work. You want to process and think about how you feel. Sometimes journaling helps. Like if you put down, if you write down the scenario, like I'm gonna go and talk to them about this and this, and these are maybe the options. They might respond in this way or the other way, and then based on that, you might take a decision to change your response or the wording and your facial expressions. Sometimes when we change the way we communicate to a place of love, instead of like, I am mad at you, I want to get even with you, we want to think about how would you like them to respond to you from a loving point of view. So if you are loving and kind and choosing the right time and the right wording, and sometimes it gets tricky because we're human. At the end of the day, we do mistakes. We all do mistakes. But the more we practice, the more we get good at it and better at it. So you want to explore that and think about pausing, thinking, and responding instead of just reacting and getting angry when they are angry. So when they are angry, you want to give them a space. You want to see, are they angry at you, or maybe angry at the issue that you're discussing, or maybe angry at something else and they are just lashing out at you. It's important to differentiate, because this can change the course of actions. This can change the course of interaction with the person. And if it's your spouse and you want to keep the peace and you want to have a productive conversation, we want to look at ourselves first. So I want to look at myself first. What did I do? How can I change myself? Because we cannot change the other person, but we can change ourselves. So if I look at myself and say, okay, if I change that or change this, maybe he or she will react differently, then why don't we do it and try it and see? I use that in my own personal relationships with my husband, with my daughter, my friends. I use it with my clients, and sometimes I miss, but sometimes I succeed. So try it for yourself. You want to pause, think, and respond, and not react. I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it. I will download it on my YouTube. You can subscribe there. And if you would like to contact me, you can contact me via my website, rababalno.com, or on my social media. I will be happy to address your questions. If you have any subject that you would like me to discuss here or on Facebook, let me know and I will be happy to address it. Thank you and have a wonderful day.